We are about 30 or so seconds away here. I remember to turn draft sounds off. We're going to do a mid-season mock here, okay? So
you are in early season form, turning the sound off. Look at you go.
Boom. All right, now I can get this off the screen so that way my picks don't get spoiled. Let's do that. Now, the important thing is you want to sort by stats for this year. So it won't let you.
No.
They don't let you do that.
Oh, that changes things entirely. Oh, I don't like that at all.
Does
Go
it?
by current stats. That's a bummer. We may have to go to ESPN. All right. So Ant's on the clock at pick 4, Chris at 7 or 8, excuse me, and me at 12. So everybody's in their usual positions. I have a feeling we'll be taking our time. These picks. No, Ant doesn't waste any time. He takes Kel McCarr. So it goes McDavid, Draisaitl, McKinnon, McCarr, Kucherov, Kaprizov, Vasilevsky, Chris on the clock.
Just to state, we're all, oh, wow. We are 3 apart.
This is the second best goal scorer in the NHL. Come on down, Macklin.
All right.
You're elite now.
All right, you know what I'm going to do here? Willie Nylander's still producing. So even though Toronto stinks, Willie Nylander's still getting it done. So I'll take him. And then on the turn here, I mean, it's a good spot to still get Quinn Hughes here. I'll take Quinn Hughes. I'm going to have to pull up like a stat screen here so I could, for like my tie-breaking decisions here. All right, so to close out the first round, I took Nylander. Open up the second round, Hughes. Austin Matthews goes, Kyle Connor goes, Jake Attinger goes, and Fuzzy Chris back on the clock here. Took some Celebrini in the first round. And listen,
taking his other Canadian friend.
Are they both going to make Canada for the Olympics?
If they don't end up in Milan, then something is wrong. Then you just don't like what this is. Then it becomes galaxy braiding. Then it's just coaches trying to galaxy this. These are two very good players, and their defensive metrics are not bad. Okay, bring the kids, bring the skill. We can leave some of those old vets at home. It's fine. They did their part.
All right, so the second round, Hughes, Matthews, Connor, Ottinger, Chris takes Bedard, Igor Shesterkin. So Team 7 doubling up on the goalies. Braden Point, way too early to take him this year. Mitch Marner, and then Ant gets Marty Natchez as he's on the clock with his third-round pick. Zach Werenski, Sidney Crosby, Artemi Panarin close out round 2. Sam Reiner, Matt Boldy, Evan Bouchard, and Philip Forsberg is who Ant takes.
Yeah, that was not...
That was an auto pick that clocked out on you?
Yes, sir.
That happens. What are you going to do? All right. Yeah, the picks are moving here. So I am back on the clock here. Let's see if there's any... Oh. I know who I'm taking here. Think of my boy in Anaheim, Leo Carlson.
That's a good one.
Tied for 6th in scoring, 11 goals, 18 assists, wins face-offs, does a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, how do you not take him there? And then who's on the board here? I mean, let's see here. Hope if I got that out of there.
Ooh, I was allergic to that pick.
I apologize.
That's a good one, though.
Maybe I'll take Jack Hughes here. Nope, too late. And I take over. Damn it. Philip Gustafson. I got auto-picked. That's the problem, because you can't sort by I wish they would let you sort by current stats. But Gustafson, which is a terrible pick to open up round 4 by me. Ovechkin, Stutzla, Miller, Tage Thompson, who I was going to take, but I ran out of time. Adrian Kempe, Lane Hudson, Clayton Keller. We are out of form right now. Elias Pettersson, Dylan Larkin, Jesper Bratt. Brandon Hagel closes out round 4. Nico Hischier, Aiden Hill, Cole Caulfield open up the first 3 picks of round 5 with Ant back on the clock. Morgan Geeky, Rupe Hintz, Wyatt Johnson, Sebastian Aho. Good pick with you there. It's overlooked.
You know, the Rangers are terrible, but, you know, this guy's doing okay. So,
I mean, somebody has to, right?
Somebody's got to be decent in New York.
All right. Looking at I could tell you one defenseman I'm definitely not taking is Mackenzie Weegar, who has not done anything offensively. All right, give me Josh Morrissey. And Wait on that. You know, the wings got thin real quick, I got to say. At least on the left side. But I need to have something else from there. Give me Seth Jarvis.
That's a good pick.
Hey, listen, I thought his production would go down this year, but because he's playing on the wing more, but whatever. He's still making it happen for Carolina. Darcy Kemper goes after him. Mackenzie Weegar, Tom Wilson. Now Chris is on the clock in round 6.
I got some choices to make here, don't I? Let's start here. Start with Jake Sanderson.
3 defensemen in your first 4 picks.
No, 3 out of 6.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the 3 of the last 4. Sorry, 3 out of 4.
Listen, I'm not going to get away from what's made me successful.
It's been a couple of months. I'm not in proper mock form right now. Let's see. After so Ant gets Gauthier there. It's a solid pick in the 6th round. Lucas Raymond, Kirill Marchenko, Nikolai Ehlers rounds out the 6th round. Harley, Nichushkin, Sorokin, Schaefer. Ant's killing it like he always does. Dylan Strome, Jordan Kyrou, Kevin Fiala. Chris on the clock here.
Yeah, that's who I wanted. I wanted a little piece there of Shafe Daddy, but I'm not gonna get it. I'm gonna go here with I'm gonna take Dylan Gunther.
All right, let's see what I can do. What's you know what? Let's see here. I was going to take Tom Wilson, but he's gone already. Yeah, it's not easy when it's the rankings are not the way we're. You know what? He hasn't had the best season, but I'll take an upside on Mishkov there at pick 84. Why not? Goalie's also starting to get thin here, but I'll take Markstrom. I don't love my team. Just throwing it out there right now.
I love my team. I'm going to take another guy who's just fine in the back of the net. Welcome to the team, Bo.
You and Ann are going to have better drafts than me. That's for sure.
I mean,
that Gustafson thing really screwed me.
That one really set you back, eh?
Yeah, that's the one that's going to hurt me. There we go. So round 8, Markstrom, Robert Thomas, Matthew Tkachuk. You know, hey, that time of him coming back is getting closer and closer. Brandon Montour, Bo Horvat, Tomas Hertl. Strong pick there. Probably should have taken him over Mishkov. Sider, Sergachev, Wedgwood, Nyes, Heiskanen, Hellebuck round out round 8. Looking at round 9, Linus Olmark, Jackson Lacombe, Travis Konechny. Anthony takes Spencer Knight, Anthony Stolars, Brady Tkachuk, JJ, who's coming back soon, JJ Peterka, Jet Greaves, Dylan Holloway, Shea Theodore, Brian Rustin. I am back on the clock to make a pick I don't love.
Oh, you can't hate your team that much yet.
I can. Oh, I can, and I will.
This is good practice.
Yeah, I'm going to take Vinny Trocheck here. And
all right, well, that's my fault for thinking you would let him slip.
No. I wasn't letting him go another time. You know what? Let's look at the defensemen that are available at this point. All right, give me Seth Jones. And Timo Meyer, Pyotr Kochekov, Pavel Dorofiev, who got off to a blazing start this year. Chris back on the clock here as we are in the middle of round 10. Jesper Wallstead, good pick there. Hughes, John Carlson, Eric Carlson. So we got back-to-back Carlsons. I know who I want on my next pick, and if he gets taken before it gets back to me, I'm going to be very mad. A lot of defensemen going here. A little sea of green there. A lot of defensemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of the last 10 picks were defensemen. Teams starting to fill out the blue lines here.
Yeah, even a quarter way into the season, Adam gets caught behind the green wave.
That's what I mean. Listen, I've got Morrissey, Hughes, and Jones, so I'm okay.
You're okay.
I got ahead of it. I'm okay with that. There goes Cam Fowler. I won't be making that mistake. UC Saros, Alexander Keishan, Chris on the clock here. Don't take my guy. I will be
All right.
PO'd.
I'll try not to. I'll try not to.
At least we're moving along here. What we got about 5 rounds to go.
Oh, gonna do it anyways.
You didn't take the guy I wanted. That's fine.
Okay.
God!
Ah, there it is. He gone. Quarter way in, and we got it, Adam. We got it, Adam. Adam's disappointment. Oh man.
Fine. I'll take the other guy. The other guy instead, Oscar Alvo. As long as I got one of them. I really want the Dostal. I think he's got a strong case for the Vezina this year. All right. Yeah, we got to start getting some forwards and just going here. A little Drake Batherson. Why not? Riley, Thomas Shabbat. I've got my goalies. Got a couple rounds to go here. Moving along. Devin Taves has been Kiefer Sherwood. I like that pick by you.
Been hanging around there. I didn't think he'd go out there and start scoring goals.
Ant gets his guy Nazem Kadris. He's back on the clock here. Look at all this green in rounds 10, 11, and 12. I'm glad I had my 3 out of the gate. There goes Malkin, McTavish, Hyman, Slavkovsky, Quentin Byfield, Gabe Velarde, Sean Monahan, and I'm back on the clock. Brock Faber.
That's where I was lining up.
He seems to have taken back over that top defenseman spot there.
He did. If he has Zev William, he might be crying a little bit.
You know what? Talk about Islanders that have been producing. Give me Matthew Barzal. Wow.
Oh, that's good. Talking about defensemen who have been producing, terrible team, but at least he's not specifically the problem. I take Rasmussen.
He was what, player of the week last week, wasn't he?
He is what Mackenzie Wigger should be.
It's funny, yeah, because last year was the other way around, and now they have flipped.
Now they've gone down their different paths. Good for them. Except,
I mean, the team's still overall terrible, but I mean, it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of another, essentially. But there goes Steven Stamkos, who will be a prime trade deadline candidate. And on the clock here, he got his guy Will Cooley last round, Evgeny Malkin and Nazem Kadri and Brad Marchand the rounds before that. So what Ant does, he just comes to the table, the lunch pail, has a good draft. Justin Falk, Mikhail Granlund, Pavel Buchnevich, Carter Verhaeghe with Chris back on the clock here.
every part of me pains me to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
For Chris Carter, a good one. I noticed that you're not taking Alexi Lafreniere probably in this draft.
Alexi Lafreniere just refuses to score. I wish he cared as much as I do, but we're not there yet.
I'm going to get my last defenseman, and you guys should all know me well enough to know who I'm taking here, Phil Bronick.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Sam Dickinson.
I don't know. That's when I get really, really frustrated. I'm going center here. It's just, who do I want to take? All right, give me Fantilli. Maybe. Oh, I want to make sure there's nobody else I'm missing. Nobody I'm overlooking. Give me him. There goes Freddie Anderson, Joey Decord, Thatcher Demko. So goalie's going. Trevor Zegras, Jakob Dobes, Samuel Montembeau, Karel Vejmelka, and Ant back on the clock here with his last pick. I'm impressed. There was a good pace. I don't love my two picks in the middle with Mishkov, Gustafson, but other than that, I actually end up liking my team.
I think you're just a little bit too hard on it to start.
All right, so we got through that one pretty quickly here. Let's bring up the draft board here. I guess I'll go first on the draft recap. So started off with a good 1-2 punch that wouldn't have looked all that different at the 12th pick, a few months ago. Nylander, Hughes, Leo Carlson in the third round. That was a guy I was taken towards the back few rounds of the draft that has played his way up. And In Dynasty leagues, for sure, has increased his value there. Gustafson is where I, choked right there. Maybe I'm looking at a Tage Thompson or an Adrian Kempe or a Lane Hudson, especially with him falling behind Wallstead. And then, Chris ended up grabbing him later. So that kind of ruined me maybe getting the wild handcuff there. No problems with Morrissey, Jarvis there. Mishkov was a little bit of I don't know what else to do here. So I'm going to do that. And Markstrom, because I needed to get somebody that's going to play on a winning team, even without Hughes, to go with Gustafson, since he's not getting the lion's share of the starts anymore. Vinny Trocheck there, got some, he was a guy that was also inexplicably going towards the latter part of drafts, got him in the 9th round. Seth Jones rounding at the blue line. Yaroslav Askarov, man, like another guy that at drafts a couple of months ago was, one of the later goalies off the board. Now going in round 11, probably could have gone even earlier than that there. Dostal and Askarov, you can make an argument, could have gone before a few other goalies taken. Saros, Binnington, Stolars, Olmark, just to name a few. Batherson's fine. It's not a sexy pick, but I'm not going to hate it. Brock Faber and Philip Hronek there, rounding out my blue line in rounds 13 and 15. Barzal going exactly, where he was in drafts, but probably a little bit of a good value pick there. And then Fantilli in the last round, why not? So don't hate my team, don't love it, but ended up rebounding nicely with once I got Markstrom.
I don't think it's that bad.
I got Gustafson and my pick was kind of but we'll see. Maybe that ends up not being that big of a deal later on. But nonetheless, I'm all right with that. Now, Chris, let's do your team. Let's go right to left here.
Absolutely. Listen, Macklin Celebrini, when you're second in the NHL in scoring, that puts you in the first round. Because this is a quarter way through, I think he will maintain it. Connor Bedard, the same thing as well. These two, like, the kids are here. They're here and they're ready to take the league by storm. So I was perfectly fine with getting behind those. Rasmus Dahlin, I mean, one of the top defensemen. I'm still going to take that. I get to pair him with Tage Thompson. I mean, I didn't think I'd see this day. Maybe it's because we did a quarter way through, and maybe it's because the robots don't know me. But you shouldn't let me get Rasmus Dahlin and Tage Thompson in the same draft. That's not fair. Adam Fox, Jake Sanderson. I still need guys who could block shots, generate offense. Sanderson seems to be the guy in Ottawa now, even if Thomas Chabot's healthy. Dylan Gunther, I need some offense. Why not? Bo Horvat has been scoring goals at a really high pace here for the Islanders. And I don't know if there is any merit to thinking he could be a part of Canada's Olympic roster, but he is making a very strong case that he at least deserves to have his name mentioned. So I appreciate that. Jet Greaves, he is the starter in Columbus. Columbus is going to figure it out at some point. Elvis Merzlikins started yesterday. He does not look good. This is Jet Greaves' crease. The quicker the quicker the Jackets figure it out, the better they will be. I took Jesper Wallstead here. I believe in his hype right now. I think at worst it becomes a 50-50 split. But it's going to be up to Philip Gustafson to steal starts away from Jesper Wallstead now because he's earned that split there. I took Jack Hughes here. I could put him on IR. And, I mean, it's a cut, right? Maybe, I don't know, he'll be just fine. He seems to be living the best life, though. Apparently, he's out, having dinner with Tate McRae. I mean, not all heroes wear capes, but Jack Hughes is living the life. We just need to make sure that cut heals perfectly. Kiefer Sherwood, we knew in a banger league what he could do, but now he's also putting in like offensive numbers, so that feels like a cheat code. Andrei Svechnikov, I feel like I got him a little bit at a discount here. Brutal start to the season. There were some rumblings that maybe he was, he wanted to be traded if his usage was going to be fine. Seems to be okay. He's back up on the top line. Everybody is forgiven. Rasmus Sanderson, again, he's what Mackenzie Weegar should be. Chris Kreider, absolutely hate the pick, but listen, he's part of that Anaheim team that's scoring goals at a high level. He's on the power play. He's doing what Chris Kreider does. He hasn't ran into a goalie just yet. Give it time, but he's doing his part. Trevor Zegras, speaking of new players and new places, the move to Philadelphia has been good for Trevor Zegras. He's racking up points. He is exactly the player that the Anaheim Ducks thought he could be. Shaby can't do it in Anaheim, but he's doing it in Philadelphia on a team that is not very good offensively. So if I'm getting that kind of value way at the end of the draft, I'll take it.
All right. And you're up here with another rock solid draft the way you always put them together.
Yeah, Nathan McKinnon couldn't fall to me at 4, so I decided to take the other 2 best players on Colorado right now, Kale McCarr, Martin H's. Philip Forsberg, that was an auto pick. I mean, you could do worse, but you could do a whole lot better, that's for sure.
That's
After
the way to
that,
put it.
I feel like I kind of nailed Elias Patterson, Morgan Geekie, Cutter Gauthier, who's on my team right now, Matthew Schaefer. All these guys are having good seasons. Then I did like to do my little back-to-back on goalies, Scott Wedgwood, as well as Spencer Knight. They've been playing well. Neil Pionki's on my team, so comfort of knowing some of the guys that are on my team right now. Then after that, Brad Marchand, who's kind of had a renaissance here in Florida. Nazem Kadri, I like to pick some of my guys. He's had a good season, probably one of the best offensive players on Calgary right now. Evgeny Malkin's having a great year so far. Will Cooley's probably one of the best players on the Rangers, and then ended it off with Justin Falk and is it Dan Vladar or Vladar? Vladar. What he's doing with Philadelphia right now, I think is pretty commendable, and I thought he'd be a good third goalie for me. So it was either him or go with Hits in Ratko Gudas, but I take Vladar right there.
A lot of teams that have the 3 goalies here, it's an interesting mix of the 3, that's for sure, across the board. Good job on the draft there all around. But yeah, we figured Thanksgiving week we'll give you picks. Let's do a check, and we'll get one of these again, probably at the end of the year around New Year's, and then maybe one more as we get closer to the 3/4 way point of the season. So that does it for that